Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and in today's video we're going to go over the economic news that was just released. We're also going to talk about the stocks that are dropping and whether now is the right time to buy the dip or if we should wait so that we don't try to catch a falling knife. So let's get into it! Okay, first of all, for the economic news in the United States, we had the CPI inflation numbers come out on Tuesday, and they were slightly lower than expected. They weren't extremely low. They were pretty much in line. They were just a little bit lower than expected. Now, in the pre-market, we did see the pre-market just absolutely jump and skyrocket when those numbers came out. However, the market did what it has been doing for the past 5 trading days. It opened up high and then it just sold off within the first hour. And so once again, that pattern that I talked about yesterday has held up. And if you were a day trader, you could have bought put options when the market opened and then sold them an hour later and made a really nice profit. You probably could have doubled your money today or done even better than that if you had followed that pattern again today. By the way, if you did follow that pattern, if you are a day trader, just go ahead and comment down below. I want to know how much money you made today. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about on the economic news is actually coming out of China, and it is bad. So in China, they were expected to grow by 7%, and they only grew by 2.5%. That is extremely bad, and I will tell you, in my 20 years of experience, almost every single major correction or crash or bear market starts in Asia. It starts with the Asian economies having terrible economic news, and it just spreads throughout the world. And so it really concerns me that China saw just a terrible month economically, and I really think that could be really bad for stocks here in the United States. Okay, we had a lot of stocks that were down today. Lucid was down over 5%. AMC was down over 8%. So we're going to talk about whether now is the right time to be buying dips on our stocks or if we should wait so that we don't try to catch falling knives. So let's get into our stock picks. For those of you guys who are new to this channel, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for some large investment banks, and now I analyze stock picks on YouTube. Every day I spend hours and hours and hours watching YouTube videos, and then I consolidate all of the stock picks from the top YouTubers and I put them together into a single video. I give you both the cliff notes on their stock picks as well as my analysis on their stock picks. Now, if anything I talk about today piques your interest, make sure you listen to who I say talked about that stock and then go watch their video to get the full details on what they said. Now, all I ask for putting all of this together for you guys is that you hit that like button, subscribe, and follow the page so that you can get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. All right, before we get into our stock picks, I just want to remind you that I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I talk about today is a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold. These are just my opinions, which may or may not be accurate. Please do your own research before investing in any asset. If you're wondering what you're looking at right now, this is the Webull desktop app. Webull is the app that I use for my trading, and it is also the app that I use in all of my videos. If you'd like to get 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up using my link in the description below and deposit just $100, Webull is going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. Now, as you can see, the Asian markets are all red right now after China reported less than stellar growth last month. Also, in addition, I do believe that we are going to have a red day in the stock market again on Wednesday here in the US. So we'll have to see how that goes. It'll probably open green and then go red within an hour, just like it's been doing for the last 5 days in a row. Okay, that's my prediction for Wednesday. Now let's get into today's stock picks. And first up is AAPL. This is Apple. AAPL just launched a number of new products on Tuesday. AAPL announced the new iPhone 13, including an iPhone 13 Pro and an iPhone 13 Pro Max. Despite the new products that were launched, AAPL is still down nearly 1% on the day. Keenan Grace likes AAPL now that it has dropped down to the 50-day EMA. I will warn you that AAPL is a falling knife right now. Everything is still quite bearish technically. I think AAPL will continue to drop from here. I do not think now is the right time to buy in. Chris Sane is waiting for AAPL to drop below the 50-day EMA before starting to dollar cost average in, and I think that's a good idea. Next up is AMC. This is AMC Movie Theaters. AMC was down over 8% on Tuesday. But don't get discouraged. Notice how it is still above the 10-day EMA. So AMC is still quite bullish despite Tuesday's pullback. Wednesday will really tell us for sure if AMC will have a pullback or if it will continue climbing higher. It all comes down to whether AMC closes above or below the 10-day EMA on Wednesday. Next up is CLF. This is Cleveland-Cliffs. They're an iron mining and steel manufacturing company. Chris Zane bought more CLF again on Tuesday. I will remind you of what I said yesterday, that CLF is a falling knife right now. I like the idea of dollar cost averaging in at prices under $22. CLF could fall as low as the 300-day EMA at $16.62 before bottoming out during a correction. I think Chris Zane is too early in buying in here, but I could be wrong. Next up is LCID. This is Lucid Group, and they're an American EV manufacturer. LCID dropped over 5% on Tuesday after a Morgan Stanley analyst gave LCID a very low $12 price target. Stockmo said he is still hoping LCID gets to $30 by the end of this year, but it sounds like he's losing a little bit of hope. He does think the other analyst price target of $28 from Citigroup is a lot closer to what LCID will do over the next 12 months. Now, Stockmo did make a good point, and that is that LCID is either going to do very well over the next year or it is going to do very poorly. If LCID does well, it should hit the $28 price target. But if LCID does poorly, then it should hit the $12 price target. It all comes down to how well they do on their deliveries. Right now, it's just a waiting game until LCID starts delivering vehicles later this year. I will tell you that LCID is looking quite bearish on the short-term technicals. That's why I sold my LCID call option that expires on Friday. In the long term, however, I am still bullish on LCID. And that's why I am holding my LEAP call option that expires in 2023. Now, all of that said, I wanted to let you know that Stockmo pointed out that the same analyst who gave LCID a $12 price target earlier this year gave Fisker, ticker symbol FSR, a very bullish $40 to $80 price target. But I do want to point out that the FSR price target was given back in February when high growth stocks were skyrocketing and FSR was trading at over $30 a share. Next up is SQ. This is Square. Keenan Grace likes SQ at the current price. Keenan Grace thinks SQ will increase its income as more people use Cash App for business transactions instead of Visa or MasterCard. When they do so, Square will be able to keep more of the profits from the transaction. Currently, SQ is at the 100-day EMA, which it often bounces off of. Even during the correction in September of last year, SQ only hit the 50-day EMA. The MACD is starting to show some minor signs of a rebound, and SQ did bounce off of the 100-day EMA on Tuesday. So there is a chance that SQ is bottomed out and we will start going back up from here. But if this market correction continues, then SQ could continue falling further, possibly down to the 200-day EMA at $228. And in the worst case scenario, it could drop back down to the major support level of $191. Personally, I would wait for confirmation of a rebound before buying into SQ. But if you want to start dollar cost averaging in here, that might not be a bad idea either. Next up is WYNN. This is Wynn Resorts. They're an upscale international hotel and casino chain. Jeremy with Financial Education let us know why WYNN was down over 10% on Tuesday. In short, Macau asked for more casino supervision. Macau is a Chinese city, and it looks like China is cracking down on casino operations there. Gambling revenue in Macau is still down 80% from its pre-pandemic level. Now, the main problem with WYNN is that they won a 20-year concession to operate casinos in Macau back in 2002. That 20-year concession is over next year. And the Chinese government now wants more local companies to operate casinos in Macau. Investors are now concerned that WYNN might not be able to renew their gambling license in Macau next year. On a side note, Jeremy with Financial Education thinks this will hit Las Vegas Sands, ticker symbol LVS, even harder since LVS sold most of their Las Vegas properties to focus on Macau, which is generating over 60% of the revenue for LVS. Long story short, it looks really bad for gambling stocks right now, and I would not be touching any brick and mortar casino that has exposure to China. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and get a lot out of it. Comment down below how you're hedging your portfolio against this current market correction. And if you're looking for a broker to trade with, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up for Webull using my link in the description below and deposit just $100, Webull's going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. Now, if you're not a U.S. resident, or if you want to trade OTC penny stocks, or if you just don't like payment for order flow, then I recommend Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers is a great trading platform. They have highly discounted trading throughout the entire world. Trades start at just $1 US, $1 Canadian dollar, 4 euros, or 6 Australian dollars, depending upon where you live. And both Webull and Interactive Brokers offer the full pre-market and after-hours trading from 4 a.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern Time. They also both offer options as well as cryptocurrency trading. Now, I do want to remind you that I have material connections with both Webull and Interactive Brokers, so whenever you sign up for either one of those, not only are you getting a great broker to trade with, you're also helping me to continue to produce these great videos for you. Now, finally, I want to remind you to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow the page if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I will see you tomorrow.